All right, y'all, welcome to the Daily Drip. Today is Wednesday, Mercury Day, December 17th, 2025. And the energy is about mental recalibration under pressure. Not chaos, not collapse, but adjustment. So, Sagittarius is rising at 6 degrees, and we're still in the Sagittarius decan and the Aquarius Dawad. So the day is opening up with questions like, what truth do I actually stand by? And where am I being asked to update my thinking? So this is belief meets logic energy. That's big ideas, but those big ideas have some consequences. And Mercury's in Sagittarius in the first house, finally visible because it was in the 12th house for weeks, finally outward facing. This is say it out loud energy, but not reckless mouth energy. It's more like, if I'm going to say this, I need to really mean it. Venus is also in Sagittarius, now deep in the Leo, Decan, and Leo Dawad territory. So this is confidence, pride, and desire for recognition. People want to be seen for what they value and for what they're choosing. Now, the sun is at 25 degrees of Sagittarius, so it's still being flavored by Leo underneath, but it has now moved into the Libra Dawad, which brings relationship awareness directly into the spotlight. This isn't about what you believe. It's about how those beliefs impact others. And yes, the Sun and Juno are very close, so commitments, contracts, agreements, and who you align with are very much on the table today. Mars is at 1 degree of Capricorn. It's still fresh, still serious, and still no nonsense. So this is action that requires patience and strategy, not impulsive moves. So watch that impulsivity today. You don't need to rush. What you need to do is build. And Mars here is asking what the long-term plan is and how are your actions actually supporting that long-term plan. Saturn and Neptune remain in Pisces in the 4th house, with Neptune freshly direct still. And this is where the fog is lifting internally, not magically, but in an honest way. If something has felt confusing or emotionally draining or even quietly disappointing for a while, today is a day that's offering some clarity. Now, this clarity doesn't come from a place of comfort. Saturn is asking for emotional responsibility, and Neptune is asking you to stop lying to yourself. I don't know who needs to hear that, but again, stop lying to yourself. Chiron in Aries continues building towards a square with Jupiter in Cancer, and this very much gives healing through friction, especially around issues of independence, your emotional needs, and where you expect others to carry you. If you're feeling kind of tender today, it's okay, because today is about growth. But that growth is asking for some maturity, and maturity means you don't avoid. You deal with things head on. The moon starts the day in the late Scorpio degrees, so it's approaching exact conjunction with Black Moon Lilith. And this can very much give unspoken feelings. It's observations that you haven't spoken on yet, and emotional data continuing to be collected. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that you should react to those undercurrents today, but you definitely need to take notice and get some clarity on them. By midday, the moon enters Sagittarius, and the emotional tone is going to start to lighten. Perspective will return, and a lot of humor helps. Now, here's some key aspects to be aware of and put on your radar today. Juno square Saturn. This is the energy of your commitments being tested, not just relationships, but anything that you've committed long-term to. Chiron is square Jupiter, and this is a building energy. So this is emotional growth pain starting to grow even more. Saturn is square the sun. We're fresh off of that square being exact. So pressure is easing, but the lessons that you learn from those pressure and maybe some tests are starting to integrate. Allow that to do so. Uranus is building up to a quincunx with the sun. So this is the energy that is warning you have to make some adjustments. adjustments are required. They are not optional. Even if the discomfort of everything is too much to bear, you can't just give up. You have to make adjustments. Now, how do you work with the energy of today? Number one, you want to make sure you're speaking deliberately. This is checking yourself and not letting things just fly out of your mouth. Speak with purpose. You want to choose long-term alignment over any sort of short-term validation. I'll repeat that because I think there's a lot of people that need to hear that. Choose long-term alignment over any sort of short-term validation. You don't want to rush emotional decisions today because remember, we're supposed to be taking our time and allow clarity to arrive before you act. Super important. So that's today's daily drip. I hope today is a wonderful day for you and that you're able to integrate this energy positively, even if it doesn't feel good. I love you.